Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada.
जय ओम विष्णु पाद परमहंस प्राचार्य श्रीमद एसी भक्ति वेदांता स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णु पाद परमहंस प्राचार्य श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांता सरस्वती महाराज की जय। श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिव गौर भक्तिवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरिवर्धन धाम की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा स्नान यात्रा की। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा स्नान यात्रा की। जगन्नाथ स्नान यात्रा की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गौर नित्याय की जय। राधा किशोर गोपीनाथ की जय। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा देवी की जय। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All go to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all go to Srila Prabhupada. Now everybody together. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pashtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pachane Nirvashesha Shunyavadi Pachata Tetane Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna everyone, welcome. We just request everyone sitting here to just go a few inches behind, please. Just want to move forward. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone, welcome to our weekly Sunday Feast program. Everyone standing at the back, we please request to please remain seated. If any of you would like to use the balcony, you're most welcome to do so. You might find more space there. So everyone in the rear end of the temple hall, we please ask you to find a place so that we can get started for today. And request everyone to please maybe move a bit forward on that side of the temple hall. Thank you. If you can all just slide a bit forward, please. Thank you so much. Everyone in the corridor, please, you can either go upstairs or you can come inside the temple hall. Thank you all. Once again, welcome to our weekly Sunday Feast program. Is anybody here for the very first time visiting our temple? Oh wow, we have many. Okay. Thank you. Let's show a round of applause and appreciate our newcomers. Thank you so much for being here today. It's a special occasion. It's the occasion of Snana Yatra. As you all know, in a couple of weeks, we will be celebrating our biggest festival of the year, the Rath Yatra festival. And today is going to be Snana Yatra Abhishek. You'll soon hear more about what the program is about, why we celebrate Snana Yatra, the meaning behind Snana Yatra. And we'll have the Abhishek starting at about 7 p.m. So please note the schedule for today's program. We will be having an extended program for today. So which means we usually serve prasadam at 7:30. but instead we will be serving at 8:30 p.m. So there'll be a short discourse until about 6:55, 7 p.m. And there'll be an Abhishek starting at 7 and we'll conclude by 8. And of course, we'll be having the final 8 p.m. Arti and Kirtan. We request everyone behind to please remain silent. If I can ask everyone to please maintain silence. Thank you. So without further ado, we're going to get started with the spiritual discourse for today, which is going to be facilitated by Mother Satyabhama. Mataji has been speaking and serving in our temple for many years now. Professionally, she is a professor and a faculty member at University of Toronto. She also has clinical engagements at UHN. In her spare time and additional time, she travels, facilitating seminars at work, as well as for various temples. She's going to be speaking today on the topic of why we celebrate Snana Yatra and the meaning behind this wonderful occasion. As I mentioned, she'll speak till about 7 p.m. and then we will have the Abhishek starting at 7. So thank you. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Mother Satyabhama.
Hare Krishna. This one is better. Hare Krishna. You can take a little bit higher. So thank you everyone for being here today as we celebrate this amazing festival, Snana Yatra. And it seems like I have quite a following in the gallery today. So once again, Hare. Okay, yeah. So today we are celebrating Snana Yatra and we've been talking about, is that okay? Jagannath Rath Yatra for quite some time now. I think most of you already know what the Rath Yatra is. How many people in the audience today have never attended the Toronto Rath Yatra? Okay, just to make you feel bad, this is the 51st year. So you've missed a lot of opportunity, but you have a chance this year. And so in 2 weeks, we are going to be on Yonge Street and then on Center Island. So please don't miss the 51st year. Next year, I'm going to ask the same question. Okay? Okay, so Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Let's talk about what we're doing here. So Snana Yatra, the meaning of the word Snan is a bath or to bathe someone or to shower, right? So Snana Yatra. So it's the special bathing ceremony of Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra that we are going to witness today in our temple. So this is traditionally performed 2 weeks, actually 16 days before the Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri, where the original Rath Yatra is held every year. And so the Snana Yatra happens about 16 days before the actual Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri. So our Rath Yatra is in 2 weeks, and that is why today we are celebrating Snana Yatra in Toronto. So exactly in 2 weeks, we will be out on the street with Lord Jagannath celebrating the Toronto Rath Yatra. So that is the significance of why we are having the celebration today. So if you look at the scriptural understanding or evidence in the Skanda Purana, it is mentioned that King Indradyumna, so we've heard the story of King Indradyumna here 2 weeks ago, but King Indradyumna was the person who actually commissioned the first carving of Lord Jagannath in Jagannath Puri. And when he installed these deities, special deities carved out of very special wood, he started this festival of Snana Yatra. And he said we should be performing this bathing ceremony before the deities are installed. So it's generally considered that Snan Yatra is the birthday of Lord Jagannath, right? So very special. So Lord Jagannath is actually the Lord of the universe. And so we are celebrating his birthday, technically, on Snan Yatra. I'll just show you a video. I don't know if it will work. Prabhu, can you check if the video works? Yeah, so this is a live video of the Snan Yatra that happened in Jagannath Puri this year. So I just got a very small clip, and you can see that the Lord is on a big stage, very high up, and there are many pujaris there trying to perform the Snan Yatra on these deities. And this is how it actually looks. This is called the Snana Bedi. So how does this actually happen? So this festival is celebrated on a full moon day in the month of Jeshta, which is last month technically according to the Indian calendar. And so on the full moon day, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. So Jagannath is the Lord of the universe, Krishna himself. Subhadra is his sister, and Baladev or Balaram is his brother. So the three of them are brought from the temple of Jagannath Puri out into this area called Snana Bedi, which is a big stage. It's a very high stage. So the deities are put on the high stage so that everybody can actually see them from a distance. Like, you know, when we are standing here, people at the back can barely see what's happening in the front. So that's why they have them on the very high stage. And then they collect water from many different ponds and areas deep within the jungle. So this is a very unique tradition that this festival is celebrated. And this bathing only happens by a certain group of people who are the descendants of the tribals who originally worshipped Lord Jagannath in the form of Nilachal. So again, it goes back down to the story of how Lord Jagannath first manifested. So only these family members, these tribals, are allowed to perform this ceremony as a special privilege for their past services. And so these group of people bring the water from different parts of the jungle, which is extremely pure. And if you read the description, it is said that this water has even not had a shadow of an animal. So absolutely untouched, pure water. And there is a special well in Jagannath Puri called, called the Golden Well. And so this Son Kua, this is a place where the water is also drawn and brought to this particular area for the Snan Yatra, to bathe the Lord with this auspicious water. So typically the Snan Yatra is performed only with water, but you will see here in our festival, we've made it more elaborate, and you'll see many different fluids being used for the Abhishek. Abhishek means bathing of the deities. So you will see that when the festival starts. So pay attention to what all is being used when they bathe our deities. So the story continues that after the Snan Yatra is performed, after the Lord is bathed by this water, it's in the hot season. It's very hot in India right now. So the bathing happens in a very hot season. The Lord is standing outside and they get cold. They get a chill. So this is a transcendental chill. It's not like the chill that we get. We get runny nose, stuffy nose, blocked sinuses. This is called the transcendental chill. And the tradition is that the Lord of the universe gets sick. Is that even possible? It's not possible, right? But these are the ways that the Supreme Personality of Godhead interacts with devotees. We've heard the story of Krishna, a very famous story, where he gets a headache. How can Krishna get a headache? Because his body is not made of any material elements. But the story is that Krishna gets a headache, and so there are several different devotees trying to cure him of his headache. So these are called pastimes, not time pass. Okay? They're called pastimes of the Lord that he performs to interact very sweetly with his devotees and allow the devotees to serve him. So after giving a bath, um, the Lord gets sick, and for the next 15 days, you saw this door close at 6:30. It's not going to open at 8 o'clock anymore. That's it. You'll see them after 2 weeks now. So for the next 2 weeks, the Lord goes into a special area in the Jagannath Puri temple, which is kind of a hospital, a sick room. And the Lord is recovering there. And during the recovery time, he's only allowed milk, sweets, and medicines. So the pujaris, they make these very special Dashamula Ayurvedic medicines and offer it to Lord Jagannath. And if you're fortunate, you might get some maha of the medicine. I know our pujaris also make these special medicines for Lord Jagannath. And I know at least one occasion where our head pujari gave the medicine to someone. So it happens. So if you're lucky, you may get access to some of these very special medicines that are made for Lord Jagannath. So the tradition is that for 15 days, they are in this seclusion, and they get a lot of care, special care by their special pujaris, right? Now, if you look at the original Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra deities in Jagannath Puri, they are painted by very natural colors and pigments and dyes. So when you bathe them with water, some of the color gets damaged, as you would expect, right? And so what they do is, there's a very special form of, like special darshan of Lord Jagannath called the Hati Vesh. Some of you may have heard about it. So because the color runs off, after the ceremony is over, after Snana Yatra is over, there is a big arati, like they still will offer a lot of food preparations, flowers, incense, and all kinds of good preparations to the Lord. But while this is offering, the pujaris don't really want to expose the damaged color to the attending devotees. So they have a special mask that they make for Lord Jagannath, which is shaped like an elephant. So Hati means elephant. So it's called Hati Vesh. And so Lord Jagannath dons this Hati Vesh, and it's a very unique darshan of the Lord. And there's another story attached to it, which I can't really go into right now. And so he wears the Hati Vesh. And interestingly, as I was reading, I realized the very first time that I saw Lord Jagannath, I saw them in the Hati Vesh. And this was in Melbourne, Australia in 1999. And before that, I had never seen Lord Jagannath. Living in India, growing up in India, studying, it was quite incredible that I had never even seen a picture of Lord Jagannath. And when I went to Melbourne, the Melbourne temple is very special. The first time I saw Jagannath was in Hati Vesh, and I had no idea what that meant. And I thought, oh my God, this is like so weird, right? I was very new. I didn't know anything about Lord Jagannath. So if I had not gone there, I would have never seen Lord Jagannath. And that brings me to Srila Prabhupada on your right. Everybody look on the right. That's Srila Prabhupada. And by his vision and his effort, he brought Lord Jagannath to the West. And it's very difficult for Western-bodied people to actually go to Jagannath Puri and get darshan. But Prabhupada brought Jagannath to the West, so that people like me, who are living in India and never seen Jagannath, are now sitting here and talking about Lord Jagannath, right? So that's the power of a pure devotee and his vision. And so he brought these festivals to these different countries all over the world. And this Jagannath Rath Yatra and Snana Yatra is celebrated in so many different places. So it's a very unique opportunity that all of us have here today to be sitting in this huge temple room just watching Snana Yatra. So please consider yourself very fortunate that you're here today, and this is not an ordinary incident that you happen to be here today. It's only by the mercy and the vision and the effort of special devotees like Srila Prabhupada, pioneers of this temple and people who host these festivals, our set of pujaris who've been preparing all day to bring this festival to you. We are very grateful for their efforts, right? So that's the Snan Yatra. Now there's another very unique mystical event that happens in Jagannath Puri. I'm just going to touch upon that and we'll stop because I want to make sure that we are on time. So years and years, the Jagannath deities have been in Jagannath Puri. They're made from very special wood. It's called neem, the neem tree. And so after many years, the wood kind of wears down, right? So there is a very special event that occurs, and it's called Nabakalabara, which means that they replace the deities. And that happens once in 19 years. The last time it happened, it was 2015. And I remember talking about it in the temple room about that. It was in 2015. And so the next one will be in 2034. So mark your calendars. 2034 will be the next time that the Jagannath deities are replaced. And so the way it happens is you have to look for very special type of wood. So there are 4 deities: Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, and Sudarshan. You'll see that even on our altar. And so each of these deities requires a special kind of neem that has specific number of branches. So for example, the Sudarshan neem tree has only 4 branches. The one with Balaram has 5 branches, and so on and so forth. And the color of the bark also has to be specific. So each deity requires a special tree. And so this tree has to be found by these pujaris once in 19 years. And you can imagine how hard that task must be. And once you find the wood, Jagannath is also known as Daru Brahman because he's made from wood. Daru means wood. And so once you find these trees, they're commissioned, they're brought to the temple, and new Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra deities are carved. Once they're ready, now this is the special part, it's a very mystical thing. So those of you who have visited Jagannath Puri and have actually walked around the temple may have seen this specific area. And so what happens is, once the new deities are brought, they were brought to the temple room and placed in front of the Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra that are already installed. And that day, there is a blackout in Jagannath Puri. Nobody is allowed to turn on any lights. And it's a day of Amavasya. What does that mean? What is Amavasya? No moon, right? So it's dark. And Puri, as you know, is beside an ocean. It's very mystical. And so that night, everything is turned off. The doors are closed. And the original Jagannath deities, the potency from those deities gets transferred to the new ones. And at night, the old deities are moved from the temple. It's a very small room, those of you who have seen it. From there to an area in the temple which is behind the main temple. And nobody is really allowed to go there. And so these pujaris then take the original Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, take it to that area, and the deities are buried. And anybody who sees this, it is said, dies within 1 year. So don't think you're going to go see it. Okay? So it's very mystical. So there are some of these things which are not very well known. Nobody really knows what happens that night or what happens to the pujaris who actually do this ceremony. And so after that night is done, Jagannath is back on the altar, and then they wait till the next, the Rath Yatra, and the Lord comes out again. So that's the story of Snan Yatra really, and the sequence of events. And so this Nalakabera has been happening from 1575. That was when the first set of deities were replaced. right? And I was just reading, it has happened 25 times so far. So if you calculate every 19 years, 25 times the deities have been replaced. And the very last time this happened was in 2015. And the next one is in 2034, but we're not going to go see, right? But just to explain. So there are a lot of these very special events that happen in Jagannath Puri. And today we're going to witness one of them. Wherever there is Lord Jagannath, it's not different than Jagannath Puri. So please maintain the mood, enjoy the festival, and make sure that you come for the Rath Yatra 2 weeks from now. And don't forget that we also need your help. We need your sponsorship. It's an expensive festival which involves permits, police, so many different things. We require the ferries to go to Center Island. We serve about 30 to 40,000 plates of prasadam, free for anybody who visits the island. So there's a lot of work involved, and obviously there's a lot of Lakshmi involved in putting this festival together. So we are requesting on behalf of the temple, on behalf of the Rath Yatra team, that please come forward, sponsor what you can. It could be $1, it could be $20, it could be $20,000. We are here to accept your donations, so please be generous and don't forget to enjoy the festival. I have one small thing I want to say. There are a lot of new people in the temple. There are a lot of young children everywhere. I'm requesting the parents to please be mindful and supervise their children at all times. This is a private property. It's a public place of worship, so anybody can walk in. Please make sure that your children are continuously supervised, even when they go to the washrooms. This is very important because we want everybody to be safe. So thank you very much. If anybody has any questions related to Snana Yatra, I'm happy to take them. We have 2 minutes more, and I think our pujaris are ready to go so far. So thank you again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Let's show a big round of appreciation for Mother Satyabhama. Thank you, Mataji, for beautifully speaking and for a short duration. And thanks to all of you for being here today. So before we get started with the Snana Yatra Abhishek, we just want to go over a couple of quick updates and announcements. So as you all know, we will be celebrating the Rath Yatra in 2 weeks from now on the weekend of when? 15 and 16, yes. So on the weekend of July 15 and 16, we will be having festivities at the Central Island and parade, which will only be happening on July 15th, Saturday, starting at 11 a.m. And just like last year, the parade will be starting at Young and Dundas. So the nearest station would be Young and Dundas as well. So you're most welcome to join with your family, friends, relatives, whoever you want to invite. You're most welcome to participate for the parade starting at 11 a.m. And the festivities then continue at the Central Island. So an important piece to remember, if you want to be visiting for the Central Island festivities for both days, we do have ferry tickets which are being sold at the front desk. So you can buy them today, or if you want to buy it online, that's also up to you. Please do remember that we will be having 2 queues getting to the Central Island, one to get the tickets and one to board the ferry. So if you do buy the tickets earlier on, say like today or online, you could probably save some time getting to the Central Island. So the tickets are being sold. You're most welcome to get them if you feel the need to do so. And of course, there's also going to be 12 hours of Kirtan happening on the Friday, the July 14th, at our temple. 12 hours, starting from morning till late night. So you're most welcome to check the schedule on festivalofindia.ca. So the website will be updated with the schedule as well as the parade route and related information. So please do visit the website, festivalofindia.ca, to know more about the events and the happenings on the weekend of July 15 and 16. For today, we do want to take a quick moment to thank our donors. So we have 3 donors. One of them is Mother Nitya Tripta Mataji and her family. sponsoring for her birthday. And we also have Sumitra Verma's family sponsoring for her birthday as well, Sumitra Mataji's birthday. And we have an anonymous donor for today's event. So we're going to chant thrice for all three of them, for their well-being and for their family as well. So on the count of 1, 2, 3, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you everyone for wonderfully participating. If you'd also like to donate for your family members or for any birthdays or special occasion, please do feel free to visit the front desk. As Mother Satyabhama mentioned, we are also looking for donors and sponsorships for the upcoming festival of Rath Yatra. All information can be found in the front desk, so feel free to come by and someone will be happy to help you. We also want to thank the cooks for today, Mother Aditi and Bhadra Krishna Prabhu. So let's show some appreciation for both of them and their team. And another important addition to the already existing festivities is on the July 22nd, we will be having a special ceremony happening at the temple to welcome back our deities Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra. In the past, we've had it on a small scale with some pujaris and devotees, but we do want to take this opportunity to invite everyone on the July 22nd, which will be starting at 10:30 a.m. to about 1 p.m. So this is a festivity to welcome back the deities. So some of the assigned cooks usually bring some special boga for our wonderful deities. So if you are one of the assigned cooks, the initiated devotees who cook regularly, they are most welcome to prepare some special offerings. And you can collect the disposable cups and plates, which will be provided by the Pujari team. And everybody else, if you'd still like to bring something, you're most welcome to bring some dry boga, which includes fruits, nuts, or something. You can, again, speak to our Pujari department if you'd like to participate. But for now, please do block off July 22nd as well. This is a week after our Rath Yatra festival. July 22nd is, again, a Saturday from 10:30 to 1 p.m. So that's about it. We do encourage everyone to participate in the upcoming festivities. We will continue to have our Sunday Feast program next weekend. But on the weekend of the festival, which is July 15 and 16, we will not be having a Sunday Feast program, but you're welcome to visit the temple for darshan. But we hope that you'll be participating at the Central Island for the upcoming festivities. So thank you all again. As mentioned earlier, we will be having a long extended program today. So the prasadam will be served at 8:30 p.m. And today the prasadam will be a takeout prasad. You'll be given a takeout container. We kindly request everyone to please carry the takeout prasad with you. The volunteers it's going to be a long day for them, so we are hoping that devotees don't use the temple hall to honor their prasad. So we request that you carry it along with you, and please dispose it in the right place. In the past, we've had some prasadam containers being thrown outside the temple, under the plants, and different places. So we please request everyone's support and cooperation in this to keep the temple clean as well as the surroundings of the temple. So thank you all once again. We hope you will now enjoy the Abhishek that's going to be happening very soon.
Before that, we have a presentation.
Oh, again? Okay,
Yes.
sure.
So, as part of the 3-day Rath Yatra festival, as you know, on Friday, July 14th from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., there's going to be 12 hours of non-stop kirtan. Haribol! Now, you want to pay attention to this video, as there's not only going to be a sneak peek of what you're going to experience, but there's also going to be a sneak peek of reveal of kirtanyas, some kirtanyas. All right, so if you direct your attention towards the screen, we'll start the play, the video.
Are you ready, Toronto? The time has finally come. You do not want to miss this. You need to be here, where the flow of bhakti will bring you to tears. This isn't just for one day. This isn't just for your listening pleasure. This is for your heart. This is for your soul. This is forever. The holy name is like a touchstone. Harinam Chintamani. It is time to immerse yourselves. Kirtanyas from around the world will be descending on Toronto. So get ready. This is for you.
Haribol, so who is ready to experience 12 hours of non-stop kirtan? Haribol! So make sure you book the day off work and try to come all day long, as you do not want to miss this opportunity. You're going to immerse yourselves in the transcendental vibrations of the holy name. And this is right before Lord Jagannath, Subhadra, and Baladev come down Yonge Street in those beautiful chariots. So I hope to see you all there on Friday, July 14th from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी पावा तुम्हें
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ 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 जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें
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 जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें
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 जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय बलदेव
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें
नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें
जगन्नाथ स्वामी 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 नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी बाबा
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय जय बलदेव
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जगन्नाथ
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथ पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा
जय सुभद्रा
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी बाबा तुम्हें हरि बोल।
Now we will read the Jagannath Ashtakam translation followed by singing.
Who sometimes fervently plays his flute on the banks of the Yamuna River in Sri Vrindavan, who is like a bumblebee that blissfully tastes the lotus faces of the Vrajagopis, and whose feet are worshipped by great personalities such as Lakshmi, Shiva, Brahma, Indra, and Ganesha. May that Sri Jagannath Dev be the object of my vision. Who holds a flute in his left hand, who wears a peacock feather on his head and a fine yellow silken cloth around his hips, who from the corners of his eyes bestows loving sidelong glances upon his companions, and who is forever known as the one who performs wondrous pastimes in the divine abode of Sri Vrindavan. May that Sri Jagannath Dev be the object of my vision.
On the shore of the great ocean, within a large palace atop the brilliant golden Nilachala hill, Lord Jagannath resides with his powerful brother Balabhadra and his sister Subhadra, who sits between them. May that Jagannath Swami, who bestows the opportunity for devotional service upon all godly souls, be the object of my vision. Lord Jagannath is an ocean of mercy and as beautiful as a row of blackish rain clouds. He is the storehouse of bliss for Lakshmi and Saraswati, and his face resembles a spotless, full-blown lotus. The best of demigods and sages worship him, and the Upanishads sing his glories. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision.
When Lord Jagannath moves along the road on his Rath Yatra car, at every step large assemblies of Brahmanas loudly chant prayers and sing songs for his pleasure. Hearing their hymns, Lord Jagannath becomes very favorably disposed towards them. He is the ocean of mercy and the true friend of all the worlds. May that Jagannath Swami, along with his consort Lakshmi, who was born from the ocean of nectar, be the object of my vision. Lord Jagannath, whose eyes resemble full-blown lotus petals, is the ornament on Lord Brahma's head. He resides on Nilachal hill with his lotus feet placed on the heads of Ananta Dev. Overwhelmed by the mellows of love, he joyfully embraces Srimati Radharani's body, which is like a cool pond. May that Jagannath Swami be object of my vision.
I do not pray for a kingdom, nor do I pray for gold, rubies, or wealth. I do not ask for a beautiful wife, as desired by all men. I simply pray that Jagannath Swami, whose glories Lord Shiva always sings, may be the constant object of my vision. O Lord of the demigods, please quickly remove this useless material existence I am undergoing. O Lord of the Yadus, please destroy this vast, shoreless ocean of sins. Alas, this is certain. Lord Jagannath bestows his lotus feet upon those who feel themselves fallen and have no shelter in this world but him. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision.
One who carefully recites this sacred Jagannath Ashtakam, upon becoming sinless and pure-hearted, will attain entrance into Vishnu Loka. Jagannatashtakam punyam yapatet prayata shuchihi sarva papa vishuddhatma Vishnu lokam sagacchati Vishnu lokam sagacchati Vishnu lokam sagacchati. Kadachit kalindi tata vipina sangita taralo Mudhabiri nari vadana kamalashvada madhupa
Lindi vipina sangita karavo Mudabiri nari vadana kamalashvada madhupa
Rama Shambhu Brahma Marapati Ganesha Chitapado Rama Shambhu Brahma Marapati Ganesha Chitapado Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me Bhuje Savya Venum Shirasi Shiki Picham Katitate Dukulam netranta sahachara kataksham cha vidadate.
Bhuje निजे साम्यवेनुं शिरसि शिखिपेच्छं कटितटे दुःखुलं निद्रान्ते सहचरकटाक्षं विदधते
सदा श्रीमद्वृन्दावन वसति लीला परिचयो
सदा श्रीमद्वृन्दावन वसति लीला परिचयो
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे महाम्बोधिस्थिरे कनकरुचिरे नीलशिखरे वसन् प्रसादान्त सहज बलभद्रेण बलिना
महाम्बोधिस्थिरे कनकरुचिरे नीलशिखरे वसन् प्रसादान्त सहज बलभद्रेण बलिना
सुभद्रा मध्यस्थ सकल सुर सेवा वसरदो
सुभद्रा मध्यस्थ सकल सुर सेवा वसरदो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे
कृपा पारवर सजल जलद श्रेणी रुचिरो रामावाणी राम स्फुरधमल पंकेरुमुखः
कृपा पारवार सजल जलद श्रीनिरुचिरो रामावाणी राम स्फुरधमल पंकेरुमुखः
सुरेन्द्रैराराध्य श्रुतिगणशिखा गीत चरितो
सुरेन्द्रैराराध्य श्रुतिगणशिखा गीत चरितो
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे रथारूढो गच्छन् पतिमिलित भूदेव पटलै स्तुति प्रादुर्भावं प्रतिपदमुकाम्य सदया
रथारूढो गच्छन् पतिमिलित भूदेव पटले स्तुति प्रादुर्भावं प्रतिपदमुपाकर्ण्य सदया
दया सिन्धुर्बन्धु सकल जगतां सिन्धु सुतया
दया सिन्धुर्बन्धु सकल जगतं सिन्धु सुतया
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे परं ब्रह्म पीड कुवलयदलोत्फुल्ल नयनो निवासी नीलाद्रौ निहित चरणो अनंत शिरसि
परब्रह्म पीड कुवलयदलोत्फुल्ल नयनो निवासी नीलाद्रौ निहित चरणो अनंत शिरसि
रसानन्दिराधा सरसवपुरालिङ्गन सुको
रसानन्द राधा
सरसवपुरालिङ्गन सुरको जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे न वैयाचे राज्यं न च कनकमाणिक्य विभवम् नायाचेऽहं रम्यां सकलजनकाम्या वरवधूम्
न वेयाचि राज्यं न च कनकमाणिक्य विभवम् नायाचिहं रम्यं सकलजनकाम्यं वरवधूम्
सदा काले काले प्रमथपतिना गीतचरितो
सदा काले काले प्रमथपतिना गीतचरितो
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे
हरत्वं संसारं द्रुततरमसारं सुरपते हरत्वं पापानां विततिमपरां यादवपते
हरत्वं संसारं द्रुततरमसारं सुरपते हरत्वं पापानां विततिमपरां यादवपते
अहो दीननाथे निहितचरणो निश्चितमिदम्
अहो दीननाथे निहितचरणो निश्चितमिदम्
जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे
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 हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा देवी श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय इति श्रीमद् शंकराचार्य विरचितं जगन्नाथ अष्टकं संपूर्णं थैंक यू हरे कृष्ण
श्री श्री जगन्नाथ सुभद्रा बलदेव की जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. All together, please. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. One more time. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, all together, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone, please chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Ram Hare Everyone, please chant. Hare Krishna. Everyone. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Please stand. Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. सब गाइए. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram. Hey! Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare H Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare